So what is wrong with that? And again,
Hello everyone, today we're gonna talk about Connectionism, the learning theory of Edward Thorndike. But before we proceed to our topic, let's have our objective first. First, identify the primary laws of learning postulated by Edward Thorndike. Next, describe how behaviors are learned according to Thorndike's laws of learning and provided teaching implications of Thorndike's laws of learning. What is Connectionism? Connectionism, it is the original SR framework and it is a general theory of learning for animals and humans. Thorndike's view of learning suggests that it consists of associations, which is the connections between stimuli and responses. If an animal perceives that a stimulus goes with a particular response, then a connectionism readily and established. For example, by opening the puzzle box, which is our stimulus or stimuli, the cat can get at the food, which is our response.
Before anything else, I just want to introduce to you the one who represented the primary laws of learning. He is Edward Lee Thorndike. He was born on the 31st day of August in the year 1874 and he died August 9, 1949. An American eugenicist and psychologist. His work on comparative psychology and the learning process led to the theory of connectionism and helped lay the scientific foundation for educational psychology. He is also known as the founder of modern educational psychology. There are three laws of learning that Edward Lee Thorndike represented. The first one is law of readiness. The second, law of exercise. And the last one is law of effect. And now let's start with law of readiness. Law of readiness, or the law of action tendency, which means that learning takes place when an action tendency is arose through preparatory adjustment, set, or attitude. In the word itself, ready, we probably think na it's being ready or aware for something or anything that comes in our life. And based on the experiment of Edward Lee Thorndike, which he put a hungry cat to an enclosed box and he put a food as well in front of that enclosed box. And he repeatedly did it. Edward Lee Thorndike put that hungry cat in that enclosed box again and again just to observe the cat's behavior and attitude on how the cat behave and acts. And after for so many trials and attempts, as the experiments goes by, he observed and noted that the cat now shows a simple acts and the cat now are being triggered to escape or to get out to that place, and talagang hindi na mapakali yung cat to na makalabas from that box. As time went by, the cats now shows and did some impulsive acts which leads him to escape and get out from that place, because by doing some impulsive acts he accidentally pull the string of that enclosed box and he finally get out from that place and he is now be able to eat that food in front of him. Therefore, we can now conclude that the cat is ready or aware about something on how to escape from that place, because the cat now is know how to unlock that box and to get out from that place. The second law of learning is law of exercise. Law of exercise, which means that drill or practice helps in increasing efficiency and durability of learning, and according to Thorndike's is our band theory. The connections are strengthened with trial or practice, and the connections are weakened when trial or practice is discontinued. Law of learning, Edward Lee Thorndike just continue putting that hungry cat to the enclosed box for him to observe and enter for him as well to gather new information from the cat's behavior, which really helps him in his experimental method. And last law of learning is law of effect. Law of effect, which the trail or steps leading to satisfaction stamps in the band or connection. Satisfying states lead to consolidation and strengthening of the connection, whereas dissatisfaction, annoyance, or pain lead to the weakening or stamping out of the connection. And law of learning, Edward Lee Thorndike noted that the effect or results from his experiment makes him satisfied and happy. Not just him, but to the cat as well, because by doing so, by being impulsive of the cat, he accidentally pulled the string of the box, diba? So he can now finally escape from that place, and that makes him happy and satisfied. But future educator, how are we be able to apply these 3 primary laws of learning in our classroom application? So first, in the law of readiness, we just simply need to look for some ways na we could be able to cause their attention, interest, and focus. Before discussing our lessons and topic to them, we have to do some interesting actions. And the second law of learning is law of exercise, and how can we apply it to our classroom application? Like, after sharing and discussing our topic and lesson to them, we just simply need to do some recap, like giving them a quizzes, summative, and letting them to feel the playfulness around of our classroom, just like letting them to negotiate and associate with the other students, like letting them to do some activities like role playing, acting, so that as a teacher we would be able to measure how really effective we are as a teacher in terms of our teaching strategy, and also we would be able to measure how really interest and they cooperate with our discussions. And the last law of learning is law of effect. We can apply it to our classroom application by simply appreciating and acknowledging the efforts of our students, especially those students who are more likely active and cooperate and engage with our session, because by doing so, it will give them an encouragement and motivation to be more actively engaged with the classroom setting that we have.
Thorndike's findings have made the learning purposeful and goal-directed. Trial and error coupled with insight will make the process of learning more effective. Important educational implications are: this theory substantiated that readiness is preparation for action, which is very essential for learning.